Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to continue with the second story similar to the way I explained the previous one, which was about the frog and the fish. This time we're going to talk about the turtle and its house. Kaplumbağa ve evi masalı. The tale of the turtle and its house. If you liked the previous story that I have made, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so you can receive notifications when I upload new videos. As usual, you will find the translation at the end of this video, and if you want this presentation as a PDF to write your notes on, subscribe in the mailing list in the description box below. Bir zamanlar bir nehir birçok deniz canlısı ile doluydu. Once upon a time, there was what? A river. Nehir is river and bir is a. A river filled, dolu means filled, doluydu, filled with what? Ile is with. As I mentioned before, ile is with. What's the difference between ile and ve, which is and? Ve means and, ile means with. Here, there's a relationship between what we are talking about. But when you say ve, you are stating a couple of sentences or words next to each other with no relationship between them. So, ile with. Once upon a time, there was a river filled with what? With many creatures. Birçok, couple or many. Deniz means sea. Canlı is like live. Even when we watch TVs, they say that this movie, let's say, or this news is live, which is canlı. So we use it also in TV shows. It means something is live. Now it's happening. But deniz canlısı means creatures together. Bütün canlılar mutlu, mesut yaşıyorlardı. All the living creatures, canlılar, the living creatures lived or were living because we have the past. I will explain this word in a moment. Were living happy. Mutlu and mesut have the same meaning, which means happy. Now, yaşıyorlardı. The word starts with the infinitive form of yaşamak, which means to live. Iliyor is the present continuous tense and also use it as a present tense. Lar, plural of they, so they were living, and they in the past. So lar is the plural, more than one person or animal. So yaşıyorlar means they are living. When we put the d, it means this d is for the past tense. So they were living at that time. Bazen nehir kurur. Bazen de nehir suyla dolardı. Sometimes the river would dry up. It becomes dry. So kuru means dry. When I say kurur with the R, it's a tense in Turkish which is called geniş zaman. We use this tense when something happens always. For example, you always wake up, you always eat, you always go to school. So this is the tense. Something we do it continuously, always. The R. So kuru means dry. Sometimes the river would be dry. Sometimes also, this is two, also T-O-O. When there is a space in between, it means two, also. Sometimes too, what would happen? Nehir suyla dolardı. The river would be filled with water. Su is water, la is with. So with water, it would be filled. Artık deniz canlıları ne zaman kuraklık, ne zaman yağış olacağını içgüdüleriyle biliyorlardı. Artık means now in this case, deniz canlıları, the sea creatures, biliyorlardı. I will explain it in a moment. And knew how this whole word means with instinct. So with instinct, they know what will happen. Sometimes the area will be affected by drought, which is kuru, which means no water, and sometimes other times there will be enough water. So they know that by instinct. What does the sentence mean? The sea creatures now, Arctic here means now, the sea creatures now instinctively knew what? The time, ne zaman means when. When there will be kuraklık, which is drought, no water at all. Also, when there would be rain, yağış, it's like rain. Olacağını here means the occurrence, what will happen, would be. Bir gün, one day, kuraklık zamanı geldi. The time of the drought came, so now the water will disappear. Böylece deniz canlıları nehri terk ederek, the sea creatures left the river and went, gittiler and went, where, daha yeşil meralara, which means more green pastures. A more green pasture, which is like a land, it's all green with water, a place for animals to sit and live. And what was in that area? Suyun bol olduğu. There was plenty of water. So bol is a lot, su is water, a lot of water. Olduğu means here that there is. This is from olmak, to be, but here it comes within the sentence. We cannot translate it as it is. But again, I will repeat the translations. So the creatures left the river and went to greener pastures where water was plentiful, plenty, a lot. Ancak, but, içlerinden bir kaplumbağa nehirden ayrılmadı. But a turtle among them, içlerinden, among them, ayrılmadı means she did not leave. Ayrılmak, to leave, the ma is the negative and the is the past. So she did not leave where? From the river. Now, while translating, we don't say she didn't leave from the river, but this is how it is in Turkish. When I want to use ayrılmak to leave, I have to use before it, then, from the river. That's why we don't translate word by word. And Turkish has different rules than English. So the meaning of the sentence, but one turtle among them did not leave the river. What did she say? Now she will talk. Ben burada doğdum ve ailem de burada yaşadı. Bu yüzden bu nehirden ayrılamam. Now, one note before we translate, this one is written as burada, here, and here, burada. But while saying it, you say burada. What was the turtle saying? He said, or she, if it's a she, he said, I was born here. I was born here. So, doğdum. It comes from the infinitive form doğmak. And do is the past, and me is the suffix of the person, pronoun I. So, I was born here. And my family, aile, family, am is mine. My family lived here too. Yaşadı, lived. This is the past. Here too. Bu yüzden, that's why. Bu nehirden ayrılamam dedi. What did she say? Dedi means she said. That's why I cannot leave this river. As you notice again, when I use the same verb as here, I use then before it. So bu yüzden means that's why. Bu nehirden, this river, ayrılamam, I cannot leave, she said, or he said. Now ayrılmak, this is the infinitive form. The a over here is can. When I use a, it means can. This small letter means can. But when she said ma, the ma is negative, so cannot, so cannot. And the M is for I. So I cannot leave this river. Nehir gün geçtikçe kurudu. Kaplumbağa kile gömüldü. As time passed, gün is day, geçtikçe, it's like as time passed. So we have time passing, passing, and passing. The river dried up. Kurudu. So kuru is dry, du is the past. Dried up, dried. Kaplumbağa kile gömüldü. The turtle was buried in clay. Kil means clay and gömüldü was buried. It comes from the infinitive verb gömülmek. So we remove the mek and we add the past tense. If you are still watching till now, leave a comment in the comment section below with a sentence, I will leave my comfort zone. And why should you write that? Stay till the end of the video to see what lesson can we learn from this turtle. Tam o sırada, just then, bir çimlikçi biraz kil almak için nehre geldi. At just that moment, a potter, the one who makes clay, works with clay, a potter came, geldi, past, came to the river to take some clay. Almak için for taking. I don't need to translate it as it is. So at that moment, just then, a potter came to the river to take a little bit clay or some clay. What happened? Küreğiyle kil almaya çalışırken küreği kaplumbağaya çarptı. We'll start with this sentence since this sentence has a verb, so we can explain it before without explaining this before. Can here means when. So when he was trying to take clay with his shovel, küreği, shovel, le here means with. So he was trying to take some clay. What happened? Küreği kaplumbağaya çarptı. The shovel hit. Çarptı, hit the turtle. So çarptı comes from the infinitive verb çarpmak. The t here means the past. Why did we use t and not d this time? Some letters like the k, t, and the ş and the p, so in Turkish they will be k, t, ş, p. When I have these letters, after it instead of putting d, I put t. This is one of the rules in Turkish called ketchup rule. Kaplumbağa. Now the turtle will speak. Burada kalmakla büyük hata yaptım. Oh, I made yapmak. Infinitive. Yap, see this P? What happened? T after it and I. So I made a big mistake staying here. Burası artık güvenli bir yer değil. Burası displays artık no longer. Bir yer değil or güvenli bir yer değil is not a safe place. Güvenli safe, bir yer, a place değil, not in this case. So this place is no longer safe. Güvenli olmayan bir yerde ısrar etmek hiçbir işe yaramaz. Let's start with this one. Hiçbir işe yaramaz. It is useless. Israr etmek, to insist on an unsafe place. Yerde, a place, bir yerde, a place. So güvenli olmayan, not a safe place. Israr etmek, to insist, hiçbir işe yaramaz means it is useless. Her şartta hayatın devam ettiği unutulmamalı. Her şartta, in every circumstance, in every situation, hayatın devam ettiği unutulmamalı. It should not be forgotten. So unutulmak means the infinitive form. It means to be forgotten. But we have ma, the negative, and malı gives the meaning of should. So when you have this addition in a Turkish word, it's either malı or meli, depending. It means should. So should not be forgotten what? That life goes on. Devam ettiği, goes on. Devam etmek, to go on. It should not be forgotten that life goes on under all circumstances. So we don't have under here, we have ta, which means in all circumstances. As you notice also, because we have T, as we explained before, see P and T are letters that if they exist and you want to add something to them, you use ta and not de. Diyerek, saying, olabildiğince hızlıca oradan uzaklaşmış. Which means he walked away. Uzaklaşmış, walked away. Uzak is far, but we have the lash, the addition, and mesh because we are talking about reported geçmiş zaman, which is the reported past tense. So he went away or walked away from there as quickly, as quickly as possible. So now you will have the translation, but let me first read the story without any explanation. Kaplumbağa ve Evi Masalı. Bir zamanlar bir nehir birçok deniz canlısı ile doluydu. Bütün canlılar mutlu mesut yaşıyorlardı. Bazen nehir kurur, bazen de nehir suyla dolardı. Artık deniz canlıları ne zaman kuraklık, ne zaman yağış olacağını içgüdüleriyle biliyorlardı. Bir gün kuraklık zamanı geldi. Böylece deniz canlıları nehri terk ederek suyun bol olduğu daha yeşil meralara gittiler. Ancak içlerinden bir kaplumbağa nehirden ayrılmadı. Ben burada doğdum ve ailem de burada yaşadı. Bu yüzden ben nehirden ayrılamam dedi. Nehir gün geçtikçe kurudu. Kaplumbağa kile gömüldü. Tam o sırada bir çömlekçi biraz kil almak için nehre geldi. Küreğiyle kil almaya çalışırken küreği kaplumbağaya çarptı. Kaplumbağa, burada kalmakla büyük hata yaptım. Burası artık güvenli bir yer değil. Güvenli olmayan bir yerde ısrar etmek hiçbir işe yaramaz. Her şartta hayatın devam ettiği unutulmamalı diyerek olabildiğince hızlıca oradan uzaklaşmış. And this story teaches us that we should too leave our comfort zone and try new things. And this was the story. You can see the translation over here, and also I will send it as a PDF for those who subscribe to the mailing list, which is below this video.